Houston.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive.
Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And right off the bat, Mills looking to throw it.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Mills. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
The Texans at 500, 7-7 on the year. They're coming feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A 1st down throw for Mills.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete to number 85. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of 1 yard, and that'll be good for a Houston first.
These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Mills now.
He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the
50.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. It'll be a gain of just 1 yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
Steps away. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Lawrence. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. From midfield now, Lawrence.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just want...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week.
12 carries, 55 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, Mills.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Red challenge flag making an appearance. Doug Peterson not liking what he saw there. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Ready for the second quarter from Houston, it's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Mills now from the 50.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 30 on second down, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On first down, Lawrence. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. On third down, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball.
And the Jags grab it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. ETN up the middle.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
Now Mills.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
They'll look to ETN to start things out. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Another tote for ETN.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now to butt this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Mills to Pierce. They set up the screen.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Mills again.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt.
Now ETN to start the drive.
Good move, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. On 1st and 10, Mills.
He gets this one to Johnson. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing, Mills.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. From the gun, here's Mills.
And he fires one incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Again, it's Mills.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Looking to throw is Mills.
Forced out to his left. It's caught left side by Cooks. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, and it's incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
3rd and goal, Mills. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Texans have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. Extra point put through by Suckum, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Holding. Receiving team.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out the field position at the least.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll continue on with the checking the next gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Holding. Offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 25-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Mills.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Hand off left side, Pierce.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Mills on 1st down.
And he will find his man on the outside.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 4 yards.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mills, he's got his man. It's Pierce. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
To throw, Mills. Delivers another one to Pierce.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Looking downfield for Jones.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Touchdown!
Miles Boykin,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Jaguars have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. 1st down, Mills.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Mills.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Trayvon Walker.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Going for it with Pierce.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
They'll run with ETN.
A little juke. One quarter remains here in Week 16.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
On 1st down, right back to ETN.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From the 22, Lawrence. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now out comes Houston.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Mills now. That's underneath to Pierce.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
Mills now looks to throw on first down.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Here's Mills.
Under pressure, they got him again. Josh Allen getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Marcus Davenport able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lawrence.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Lawrence will throw. He'll get that underneath Etienne.
Shifts by him, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the ball, also keep the clock moving.
From a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
One more time with Etienne.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. from the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. And this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Mills. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mills. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Mills. And this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Mills. Over the middle, complete. It's Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. And his throw here's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Mills. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Looking to throw is Mills. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just